What's up, fam squad? You got Mike Cook here, the Cookie Monster, ready to teach you all about technology. Wait, oh, you mean I'm not supposed I thought it was a vlog, though. So, sorry for that introduction. That that's how vlogs work, right? Vlogs work, right? But no, we're going to be talking about how technology is used in the classroom. So let's get into that, I suppose. First and foremost, what technologies do we rely too much on as teachers? We kind of get stuck using the same technology over and over again. What worked once at an old school might not necessarily work so well in a new environment. We use the same thing that we think works. And if we do that all the time, if we're constantly using the same programs, it's not going to be as effective. What was fascinating and new and interesting once will not always be the same if you use it over and over again. The biggest thing we rely on too much is that we use technology independently from one another. It's when we could be integrating, putting things together, we end up actually not using the best tools, the best practices with this technology. Asking people what I think the technology they use that is being underutilized, I had a couple of potential responses from these people. He suggests that Keynote has been updated and improved dramatically, that Apple is trying to integrate free usability and technology in a way that makes it more available to those online and for free. Patty just thinks that we don't have the training. Most teachers don't really have what would be proper training in use of technology. And he just thinks that the computer itself or a cell phone or an iPad has so much potential in it, and we don't use it to anywhere near our potential because we don't get training in many teaching programs. As for being responsible with technology inside and outside the classroom, Ken just thinks that if you use terms like global citizenship, kids turn off. They don't care, or they're just they don't understand what that means, and thus they're not really interested. Whereas if you were to just integrate how to use this technology and how it works for them, you show them through your usage of it and how you teach with it, that they will learn. Where Patty and Trina suggest more akin to let them explore. They know more about this than we do. And as long as you moderate them and you see what they're doing with it, they can use it as they see freely. If you're watching what they're doing, they're not going to be doing anything bad. How to teach them outside the classroom, that's more difficult, but they're going to do what they're going to do with technology. They're going to explore with it in their own ways. Should we stop students from using certain technologies? There is a resounding no. No, that we should let them use whatever is most freely available for them to use to learn. Of course, we should make sure they're not using programs or looking at content that is age inappropriate, especially if they're younger. But yeah, no one said that we should limit the technology other than maybe, do we have the bandwidth for that? Oh no, I am old and don't know how technology works. What do I do? Mostly everyone suggests just have the students teach you. If they have an interesting idea, if they have something that they're interested in, then let them be your teacher. And that kind of gives them an interesting degree of confidence. It lets them be the teacher for once, which is entertaining for them. Patty really does suggest that teachers need training. If schools are going to invest in technology, we need to be trained. We need to be trained how to properly use it. What do we do with technology? How will it overcome us? No one's really that worried about technology that I've interviewed. They all seem mostly excited about it. The only worries are Ken thinks that some companies are getting particularly greedy. These companies don't really care that much about the product they're producing. They care more about that paywall, and that sometimes the book is a good use of education. Trina really worries that technology is kind of more of an entertainment. Not that we shouldn't be using it, that it's not the lesson. We're not teaching you this cool video software. We're teaching you content using this cool video software. Yeah, woohoo, excitement. Everyone's really, really excited about where technology is going in education. Trina is incredibly excited that every single person is becoming technologically literate. We all know how to use this stuff, even if we're not experts in it. And the kids figure stuff out so quickly. Ken really seems excited that kids have so many ways to communicate and find ways to connect to standards and education, where Patty's just fascinated by where we'll be in 2 to 5 years, that technology moves at an exponential rate. Okay, so I'm going to be critical of a lesson plan now, and it's going to be Stacy's lesson plan because it was easy to get. Except I don't really know how to be particularly critical here because I've taught this exact same lesson before. As Trina mentioned earlier, she was talking. Did you not hear her? Technology is not the purpose of the lesson. It's how we use it. And again, I've taught this exact same lesson before. So it is effective, and I know it's effective. I've seen it work. The purpose is to be critical of a website, to understand if it's reliable or not. Having students review and go over certain websites that we know are fake is effective. It shows them how to do this, how to look at things in certain ways so that we can protect them from bad websites. I guess one of the only reasons that I would be critical about it is that it doesn't really use a whole lot of technology per se, like computers, internets, but it doesn't need to. They're not going to be using augmented reality or virtual reality to do research. They're going to be on a computer. They're going to be using what they have available to them. Though I would say, one small critique I would say is that it's a shame your students aren't younger, because crap test is a very fun thing to say to them. I would like to thank Ken Morrison, Christina Boyle, and Pat McCullum, and of course Stacy Stockless, I guess is the way you say your name. Also, hey, I'm Mike Cook. Michael Cook. I made this video and script, and I interviewed people, and I made this presentation. Yay, thank you, bye!